before I say anything, this is like a semi-live commentary. The footage is pre-recorded, but this is a voiceover, which is also a live commentary. So semi-live commentary, we're gonna run with it, okay? Anyways, 1.18 is going to be one of the most controversial updates to date for Minecraft, and it's going to be on the lines of beta 1.8 and 1.9, and I'm going to explain why it's going to be on those lines. So, beta 1.8 and 1.9 were two updates that caused the community to split. So basically the community's in fourths right now, or quarters if you want to say it that way. It's beta 1.7 people, and then there's 1.8 people, then there's 1.9 people. And then there's gonna be, there's also gonna be 1.17 people and 1.18 people. And there's gonna be a reason for that. And here's why this is. Beta 1.8 and 1.9 have two things in common. They changed a core physic, or a core part of the game, and changed it so much that people split. Like I said, the community's is going to be in fourths or fifths now or whatever. It's in thirds, actually. I was wrong about the quarters. However, people didn't like the contents of beta 1.8 and 1.9 so much that they split and they decided to stay back or move on. Now, the reason this is going to happen in 1.18, or at least I presume it's going to happen. I say there's probably like a 75% chance this will happen for at least some people. 1.18 is changing the terrain generator. But not only is it changing the terrain generator, it's changing the way that ores spawn, right down to the heights that they even spawn at. So for the longest time, the world has been Y0 to 256. And only in Amplified, I think, could the world actually reach 256. However, I might be wrong. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. However, everything sort of had a specific height it would start generating at, but one thing that was always consistent was that everything would be spawning at the bottom of the world. Coal, iron, redstone, diamonds, all that stuff, you know? It would all be spawning at the bottom of the world, and you could just strip mine and branch mine or whatever you want to do at the bottom of the world. You'd be guaranteed to find literally everything from the rarest resources to the least rarest resources. In 1.18, however, an example of how this is changing is that coal will no longer generate below Y0. So now only like redstone and diamonds and lapis or something generates below Y0. Redstone, diamonds, lapis, gold, iron, I think that's what it is. Copper and coal will not generate below Y0, although copper does a little bit. I think it goes to like -8. However, you're losing coal, so no more torches there. So that's one thing that is actually going to change, is that you now cannot, bringing wood to a cave isn't enough. You need to also bring coal, and a lot of it too, and an extra supply of torches, because you're not going to be able to get coal unless you go all the way back up to the Y0s. And to me, that's a little bit annoying, but it also gives you that little bit of sense that, oh, I gotta prepare for this next expedition. So, that'll be fun. But, I mean, there still is that level. There still is that level in which everything can be found. And it's basically Y0. However, you're going to get a lot less of the rare resources because of the thing called ore distribution that's coming up, where certain ores generate more and more the further you go down. So like diamonds will generate more and more the closer you get to Y-64, which is the new bottom height. So basically you can strip mine and branch mine still at Y0, but you're not going to be finding much diamonds, okay? That's just how it's going to be. Stone ore diamonds are actually going to be very, very rare now, and you need to save them if you find any with a silk touch pickaxe, because those are rare. Anyways, that's off topic. However, what is on topic is that branch mining and strip mining will no longer be really a viable thing. And you won't be finding coal, and you won't be finding copper, and you won't be finding, I don't think you'll also be finding iron down the closer you get to -64. So lots of things are changing here. And if there's one thing about the human race that I think we all know, it's that nobody really likes change. And I know I should probably clear something up, because one of my close friends in IRL who's gonna be watching this video, I want to say that before you go down in the comments and start typing "Base is such a hypocrite," I'm trying to work on this, okay? I don't like change myself. However, with 1.18, I'm trying to slowly ease myself into the changes. And everything will change in 1.18. It won't be a simple, straightforward mine thing anymore. You need to go to certain heights to get the most effective amount of places, or to get the most effective amount of ores, and you need to go to certain places to get more of that ores, and then mine at the certain heights. And it's like, well, what are you gonna do now? It's like, you gotta think of more strategies to mine, which adding strategy to mining is something that everybody's wanted for decades now. Well, not decades, years. However, one other thing that's really changing is that cave generation itself is changing. It's not just that the height limit has been increased and that the caves are staying the same, that, ores spawn at different heights. No, the entirety of caves are changed. The way you traverse caves will be changed. Water buckets will be key. Hay bales, they will be key. Because these caves can go way far down, because they can be way big. And shields are very important. Torches are ever so important now to light up those areas where all the mobs can spawn in. These caves, man, they're ginormous. However, back onto our topic, nobody likes change. And we gotta start to realize that 1.18 is gonna change a lot of things. So you gotta sort of figure out which side of the field you're on here. Are you on the side where you don't want to change, or are you on the side where you're okay with the changes? I'm sort of in a middle ground right now, because I'm still trying to adapt. And that brings me on to my next topic, which is how you, as a person, can adapt to try and not end up on the side of the field that's going to stay on 1.17.1 and actually move on to 1.18. What you should be doing is you should try to ease yourself into the changes. And the easiest way that I found to do this is that, and it's perfect to start doing this now because we're 9 days before the release as of recording this, start to forget everything you know about mining, okay? Forget everything you know, except for the fact that there's ores and what they're called, and know that fortune exists. Other than that, forget everything you know about mining right now, because none of that, or almost none of that, will apply when it comes to 1.18. Lapis trick, the clay trick, not gonna work, not gonna find you diamonds anymore. That's patched, that's gone. The whole terrain generator itself is updated. Biomes are being removed, renamed. Everything is changing. So the easiest way to adapt to this update will be for you as a person to just forget everything you know about mining. And I'm trying to do that right now. But there are some things that we just can't let go of. And that's perfectly okay to be like that. And if you find yourself being one of those people, you can always stay on 1.17. And that's the great thing about Minecraft Java Edition. Bedrock Edition is a different story. You can't really choose if you want to stay there. It's like, yeah, you're going to get the update and you're going to like it. Which, honestly, that should not be the way it is with one of these updates that are, like, completely changing the way. Because, like, in my opinion, this is actually Bedrock's first experience in this field, because Java's had beta 1.8 and release 1.9 to be their game-changing sort of updates. However, Bedrock hasn't really had one of those, because Bedrock hasn't had the beta 1.8. Bedrock never got 1.9 combat, so this is actually the first time where Bedrock Edition players might want to stay on 1.17 because they don't like having to change up their mining strategies. So Mojang's got to do something about that. In my personal opinion, Bedrock should have a version selector just like Java, and it should be system dependent. So like you can only go back to 1.2 on like Xbox and Switch and stuff, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. So like I said, the easiest way to ease yourself into this update so that you do not end on the side of the field where you're staying on 1.17 is to right now start playing the pre-releases a lot more and start forgetting everything you know about mining. Don't try to instantly forget it. Just quickly or slowly try to morph your mind. Look at the ore distribution chart. Slowly start to morph your mind from what it is right now to the new changes that are going to be happening. Because if you cling on to these old mining strategies, you're not going to enjoy the new update. And that's not good, because we want to enjoy the new update. That's what we want, right? So clinging onto these old mining strategies of strip mining, clay trick, lapis trick, all this stuff, that's not going to work. You're going to be frustrated because it's not going to be working. And then you're going to be like, oh, finding diamonds is impossible. Finding blank is impossible. And you're not going to like it. You're going to be like, oh, the caves are too big. So try to ease yourself in the change. Try to forget everything you know about mining right now, slowly. And then adapt to the new changes, bring them in, and then run with them. Make sure that, because like we're 9 days away from the release of 1.18 before everything will now be the norm. So just maybe research a little bit on the new ore distribution terrain generator, where all these ores will be generating, what the most effective strategies are right now. I actually have a video, I just posted it, it's in the card right now. However, forget everything you know about mining. Most important part. And that is where I'm going to end it off, because I've been ragging on for a while now. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and, subscribe to the channel if you want to have more content about 1.18 coming out as we get closer to the release date. And I'm going to say it one final time, in order to enjoy 1.18 the most as you possibly can, start to forget everything you know about mining right now and adapt the 1.18 ore distribution. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.